So, side note, it is storming like crazy outside. But, as a continuation of one of my other videos, I'm going to talk about the teddy bear guy. So, I decided to go to Publix last night, get myself some Publix chicken. For those of you know who know, Publix has some really good chicken. So when I get the chicken, I don't normally end up eating the chicken breast. If my roommate's home, she might eat the chicken breast, but for the most part, we're not big on chicken breast in here. So I go to the bus stop, and there's this homeless man there at the bus stop. And, you know, I noticed him because, first off, he didn't have any shoes on, and his feet were very, very dirty. And I noticed he was tearing into one of the little rolls that we get from the Taiwanese place that's it's like $2 and something cents. So, you know, and I'm thinking that can't possibly fill him up if he only had that little container, because usually 2 of them comes in the little container. So I'm just like, that possibly couldn't fill him up. So I was just like, you know, instead of waste the chicken breast, get a man the chicken breast. So when I walk up, I say hi to him. He doesn't respond. And I think it's more because he didn't believe I was actually talking to him. And so I call him again. He still doesn't respond. I'm like, okay. You know, normally when people talk to you, they respond. And then I was like, hello, sir. And then he looks at me. He's like, okay, she's talking to me. I was like, so I just told him, you know, I don't usually get to eat the chicken breast or whatever because I'm not a big chicken breast fan. I was like, do you want the chicken breast? And he was like, yeah, whatever you can give me, that's fine. I'll take it. I'm like, okay. So I open up the chicken. I give him those 2 big old chicken breasts. One for each side of his container or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I got to help him out, whatever. And then he sits down and he starts talking. And his mouth is running a mile a minute. And for those of you who know me, you know, normally I'm like, oh, I don't like to talk to people, whatever. But this dude was so interesting, I couldn't help but watch. So he's just talking up a storm, you know. Found out he used to work for Disney World and all kind of stuff. And I'm sitting here going, hey, I used to work for Disney World. By the way, this man does not have a love for Disney World. And quite frankly, neither do I. But some of the things I found out were very interesting. And one of the things was that he rode his bike to Tampa. His bicycle, not motorbike, not a Can-Am. No, he rode his bicycle from Orlando to Tampa, and he said it took him 2 days. And my reaction was, dude, you are way stronger than I am, because I would have never been able to do that. I would have given up. It would have been a wrap. But at the end of this exchange, the bus is pulling up. And so I go to get on the bus. He says, wait a minute, I got something for you. And I'm like, okay, you know. He reached in his bag and he pulled out a teddy bear. And the teddy bear was in pretty good condition. He was like, this is for you. And I'm not necessarily the kind of person who would be like, okay, he's giving me a teddy bear. But I was like, he gave of his heart. And it was a very, very special gift. I mean, the reason why it's a very special gift is because when you don't have anything to your name, but maybe a few pairs of clothes and maybe this teddy bear, and you decide to give someone of what little you have, that's you giving your all. That's why the teddy bear is special. And from those of you who have never been homeless, who have never really experienced that side of life, I can tell you it's very, very difficult. Because I was homeless for 2.5 years. I went from having not a lot, because, I was still in the beginning stages of getting my life together. I just graduated from college. I was working a minimum wage job, trying to find a better paying job when I lost the minimum wage job, which, by the way, was Disney. But that's a whole nother ball game, whole nother story. But when I lost that job, I lost some of everything. The things that I did have, I was holding on to so tightly because it's all I had. In the midst of me being homeless, I lost the car too. And that was the only thing that was holding all of these things. And so, when you get to that point in your life where you don't have that many things, it gets harder for you to really truly let go. At least in the beginning. But the longer you're in it, the more generous your heart becomes. And things that mean a lot to you are actually easier to give up when you want to be seriously thankful to someone for what they have done. Whether it's you giving of your time or you giving of an item that you have. It becomes a little easier when you're thankful to someone. And I know that's a bit of a hard concept for people to accept. But when you've hit rock bottom, there's really nowhere to go but up. And me just dealing with this man being as grateful as he was, I was not going to say no to his teddy bear. So it meant a lot for him to give it to me because I know he didn't have anything. Because I've been there. I've been there. And then sometimes when you get to that point, all you have left is God, which was what I had and which was what he had. In the state that he was even thanking God. And you get to that point as well. And a lot of people don't understand, because some of them have never dealt with that situation or been there. But when you deal with that situation and you're there, you experience a whole nother level of spirituality.